Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a crucial topic, 10 signs of a toxic parent and how to set boundaries. Being a parent is tough, no doubt, but some behaviors cross the line and can be downright toxic. This is about understanding the signs, protecting yourself, and learning how to build healthier relationships. We're talking about breaking free from patterns that are holding you back and stepping into your own power. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insightful content. We're gonna get real and get through this together. Let's talk about constant criticism. We all need a little constructive feedback now and then, right? But when every single thing you do is met with disapproval, negativity, and put-downs, well, that's just toxic, folks. A toxic parent uses criticism like a weapon. They chip away at your self-esteem, making you doubt yourself and your abilities. This constant barrage of negativity can leave you feeling like you're never good enough, like you're always walking on eggshells. You hesitate to share your accomplishments because you're already bracing yourself for the inevitable, but remember, you deserve to be celebrated, not criticized. You are worthy of love and acceptance just the way you are. Now let's talk about emotional manipulation. It's sneaky, it's insidious, and it can leave you feeling confused and doubting your own sanity. A toxic parent who's a master manipulator knows how to push your buttons. They use guilt trips, play the victim, make you feel responsible for their emotions, all to get their way. They twist the narrative, making you feel obligated to give in to their demands, even if it means sacrificing your own well-being. Remember, you have the right to say no. You are not responsible for their happiness or their emotional well-being. Let's face it, folks, everyone deserves a little privacy. But for some reason, toxic parents seem to think that boundaries are optional. They barge into your room without knocking, read your diary, eavesdrop on your phone calls. They treat your personal space like an extension of their own. This blatant disregard for your privacy is not only disrespectful, it's downright suffocating. They might try to control who you date, what you wear, or what career path you choose. They insert themselves into every aspect of your life, leaving you feeling trapped and stifled. Remember, you are entitled to your own space, your own thoughts, and your own decisions. It's time to draw a line in the sand and reclaim your autonomy. Chapter 4. Favoritism, the wounds that never heal. Let's talk about favoritism. Parents, listen up good, because this one's a real heartbreaker. Playing favorites can create a toxic and competitive environment that can damage sibling relationships for life. The golden child, often showered with praise and attention, may struggle with a sense of entitlement and lack empathy. Meanwhile, the less favored child often carries the weight of rejection and inadequacy, leading to low self-esteem and resentment. Every child is unique with their own strengths and weaknesses. Remember, every child deserves to feel loved, valued, and accepted for who they are. Playing favorites is a surefire way to create division and resentment within your family. Chapter 5. Controlling behavior. Are you living their dream? Now let's dive into controlling behavior. A toxic parent craves control like a plant craves sunlight. They want to dictate every aspect of your life, from the clothes you wear to the career you choose to the person you marry. They use manipulation, guilt trips, and even threats to get their way. These parents often have a hard time accepting that their children are separate individuals with their own dreams, aspirations, and destinies. This need for control can be suffocating. Remember, you are not your parents' puppet. You have the right to make your own choices and live your life on your own terms. Chapter 6. Neglect, the silent killer. Now let's address the silent killer, neglect. This one often flies under the radar, but its impact can be just as devastating as any other form of toxic parenting. Neglect isn't always intentional. Sometimes it's a symptom of a parent's own struggles. But regardless of the reason, the consequences are real. Neglect can take many forms. It can be physical, failing to provide adequate food, clothing, or shelter. It can be emotional, being emotionally unavailable, dismissive, or unresponsive to a child's needs. Children who experience neglect often grow up feeling unloved, unworthy, and invisible. Remember, every child deserves to feel safe, loved, and cared for. Chapter 7. Guilt as a weapon, breaking free from the chains. Let's talk about guilt, a toxic parent's weapon of choice. They wield guilt like a pro, making you feel responsible for their happiness, their well-being, and even their shortcomings. They use guilt to control your behavior, manipulate your emotions, and keep you tethered to their needs. They make you feel like you owe them something, your time, your energy, your constant attention. They make you feel bad for having your own life, your own dreams, and your own desires. Remember, you are not responsible for your parents' happiness. You are not obligated to sacrifice your own well-being to appease their guilt trips. You have the right to set boundaries and prioritize your own needs. Chapter 8. Lack of support and encouragement. Finding your own cheerleader. Every child deserves to feel supported and encouraged, right? But for some, growing up with a toxic parent means growing up in a wasteland of emotional support. These parents are quick to criticize and belittle, but when it comes to offering a shoulder to cry on or celebrating your accomplishments, they're nowhere to be found. They dismiss your dreams, minimize your achievements, and make you feel like you're not good enough. This lack of support can be incredibly damaging to a child's self-esteem and their belief in themselves. Remember, you deserve to be surrounded by people who believe in you, who uplift you, and who celebrate your successes. You don't need their negativity in your life. Find your own cheerleaders, friends, mentors, teachers, people who recognize your worth and encourage you to shine. Chapter 9. Invalidation of feelings, honoring your truth. Let's talk about the invalidation of feelings. A toxic parent is an expert at dismissing, minimizing, or completely denying your feelings. You express sadness, they tell you to toughen up. They make you feel like your emotions are wrong, that you're being too sensitive, too dramatic, too much. They invalidate your experiences, leaving you feeling unheard, unseen, and unimportant. This constant invalidation can be incredibly damaging to a child's emotional development. Remember, your feelings are real and they matter. Honor your truth. Give yourself permission to feel and seek out people who will validate and support you. Chapter 10. Setting boundaries. Taking back your power. Now let's talk about the most important part: setting boundaries. Setting boundaries with a toxic parent can feel like navigating a minefield. But trust me, it's essential for your own well-being. Boundaries are not about changing your parent, they're about protecting yourself. Start by identifying the behaviors that are toxic and unacceptable. Once you've identified these behaviors, it's time to set clear and consistent boundaries. Setting boundaries can be challenging, but it's a powerful step towards reclaiming your life and creating healthier relationships. Outro: you deserve healthy relationships. Thank you for watching. Remember, recognizing these signs is the first step towards a healthier relationship with yourself and your parents. It's about breaking free from toxic patterns and setting yourself free to live a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. If you need more support, don't hesitate to seek professional help. See you in the next video. We'll be tackling more tough topics and giving you the tools you need to thrive. Remember, you are not alone.